Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to this, your January 15th through January 31st reading and predictions. If you are new here, thank you so much for trusting and clicking upon this video. And if you are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Please stick around all the way until the end. How many times do we have questions come up throughout almost every day where we go, oh, if I just had the right answer, if I just had a yes or a no to this? Many of us have that. So if you have a burning question that you would like a yes/no response to, please stick around to the end and I will be presenting my new feature of questions. All right, Sagittarius, the last reading that I did for you covering the time frame from January 1st through the January 15th, there was some moral decisions that you were bumping up against, and you were also asked not to rush any decisions, not to rush into anything. And I believe that that came up for you kind of at the end of your reading, that there was some indication that you did have some decisions to make, but you were also being encouraged to make sure that you had all of the information before you dove right in. So let's dive into your reading right now. Also, for those of you who are new here, I do not edit my videos. What you see is what you get. I expect authenticity if I seek out the advice of a psychic, and so that's what I put out in my videos as well. All right. Okay, Sagittarius, your very first card has flipped out and it has landed face up so I can see it. It is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of you feeling like you are trapped, feeling like you can't get out of a particular situation, feeling like you are blindfolded, tied up, and blocked in. But in the tarot, for the most part, is talking about our own journeys through life. And there is a huge aspect in the tarot of accountability, that we are responsible for our own lives. And that if we are feeling trapped, we need to look at the circumstances that are making us feel like we are trapped, because there's a pretty good possibility that we are the ones that put ourselves in this particular situation, consciously or unconsciously. This is a hard lesson, Sagittarius, a really hard lesson. Okay. Take, for example, I'm going to go here. Take, for example, somebody that has a really serious accident, and I am speaking from personal experience. As I said, I want authenticity when I seek out someone for advice or counseling, and so that's what I put out there. I had a really serious accident. My neck was broken, my back was broken, I had a very serious brain injury. I had a choice. I had a decision about my healing and about my situation. Whose fault was it that I had that accident? Was it the fault of a driver? Was it my son's fault? Was it damage to the asphalt and a pothole? Actually, the damaged asphalt did contribute to it. But why did I call that into my life? People are going, what? What do you mean? What, you didn't call that into your life. You didn't deserve that. But did I? Okay. In the days, weeks, and months leading up to my accident, I was not particularly happy with where I was at in my life. I wanted change. And in fact, I have put it out there in my manifestations. Get me out of here. Get me out of my situation. I'm not happy where I am. Did that contribute to my accident? Possibly. Unconsciously. Nobody wants to end up in the hospital with their entire body broken, right? But it was the way that it happened, and it put me on a completely different trajectory of my life. When we feel trapped, when we feel like we're blindfolded, when we feel like we're tied up, like our wrists are tied up and we can't go anywhere, we need to look at why we are feeling that way and who is responsible to get us out of that situation. We hear all the time of people who come from some of the poorest communities that we live in, and yet they pull themselves completely up and out of that and become very successful. How do they do it? And other people are sitting, wallowing in those poor communities, going, "Oh, I'll never get out of this." This is a card of accountability, Sagittarius. Card lessons. And I'll bet you that up to half of the Sagittarians have turned this off already. First of all, because they didn't want to hear my story. And secondly, because they certainly didn't want to hear that they were responsible in any way, shape, or form for the situations that they are currently experiencing in their lives. The rest of you who are still listening will understand that if we accept responsibility both for the bad in our life, then we can also accept responsibility for the good in our lives. If we are willing to say, yes, I did it. I went out there and I got that high paying executive job that I had always wanted, and I'm able to buy myself a house, and I've got my white picket fence and my life is beautiful. If you're willing to take responsibility for that, then you also have to take responsibility for the other half of that. That when things go sideways, you may be somewhat culpable in that as well. The universe likes balance. Let's take a look at what you are focusing on. That is, if any of you are still watching at this point. What is Sagittarius focusing on? One of the cards that jumped out is the Hanged Man. Sagittarius, for those of you who are still watching, the Hanged Man is about seeing your life from a different perspective, seeing things from the perspective that if you are going to take kudos and pats on the back for your successes, then you also need to take full responsibility for the failures that happen in your life as well. Hanged Man, seeing things from a different perspective. You have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is about success. It is about seeing things. Let's see. Well, not really. Doesn't really want to focus. Okay. 10 of Pentacles is about I have achieved. This is the card that I was talking about that came to mind when I was talking about you achieving that great job and buying yourself a house and having the picket fence and the happy family and everything else. This is the card I was talking about. And here it is in your reading, Sagittarius. I can't make this stuff up. Also in your reading, you have the 5 of Swords and you have the World. Okay. I'm going to read these in a slightly different order. 5 of Swords is the card of not taking responsibility. The 5 of Swords is the possibility that someone in your midst is not being completely honest with you, or that you're not being honest with yourself. That leads you to the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is all about being able to see things from a different perspective as well, taking responsibility for our own actions. That can move you into the place of having the 10 of Pentacles. Yes, I have achieved. My life is happy, wonderful, sunshine, rainbows, unicorns, etc. And that is going to bring you to the world and bring the world to you. Opportunities, huge opportunities, and a shift into the next phase of your life, Sagittarius. All right. Let's go to difficult influences. Where are we going for difficult influences? I've got 3 decks that all want to, they're all jumping up and down saying, me, pick me. Okay. Difficult influences for Sagittarius for the latter half of January. Well, this is a good sign. Okay. So, difficult influences for the latter half of January, you have the Two of Wands, also corresponds to possibilities. This card coming up in your difficult influences, I'm going to read it a little bit differently because intuitively, psychically, what I'm picking up is that it doesn't have the traditional meaning to this card. What I'm picking up is that right now, as you are having the opportunity to deal with this accountability issue, you are able to see things from a different perspective. And when you take that full accountability and responsibility, all of a sudden you begin to manifest the world and the Ten of Pentacles here. Um, this coming up in your difficult influences is about you potentially having too many opportunities right now, too many possibilities, too many doors are opening to you right now, Sagittarius. And so, um, taking some time for yourself and getting a really clear picture of exactly what it is that you want to manifest, because part of this is that you are coming to the realization that when you take full responsibility and accountability for your life, you truly are the master of your life. But if you are presented with way too many possibilities, you can potentially move back into this Eight of Swords because the universe will be throwing stuff at you. Oh my God, she wants this. Oh my God, he wants that. Oh my God, and they're throwing stuff at you, and you're going, how do I deal with all this? Let's take a look at messages the universe wants you to hear at this time. Oh my goodness, I cannot make this up. I just said to you that it was time for you to go within and get really clear on what it is that you want to manifest, because the opportunity in your difficult influences is possibilities. It's looking like you have too many opportunities, too many possibilities right now. And you need to clear that up, because right now the universe is slinging stuff at you and you're going, I can't handle this. It's like having too many snowballs thrown at you all at the same time. And you have the Journey Within card. Meditate, get clear, journal, dream journals. All of these things are going to help you get that clear picture. Everyone has value. Never forget this lesson, Sagittarius. Okay. Unexpected. Unexpected. Unexpected for Sagittarius. Woo. All right, fairies, come on. You can do this. We have 3 cards out, one of which is the Emperor. The other 2 are face down. I can't read them yet. Okay. We have the Emperor. We have the Lovers in the unexpected, and we have the 5 of Winter. Oh my goodness. In your focus, you have the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords, somebody within your group is not being as honest with you as they could be, or you're not being as honest with yourself as you could be. This is one of the things that you're focusing on. You have the 5 of Winter. This card is the 5 of Swords, again, in your unexpected. This is the card of walk away from something that does not serve your highest good. Someone is disillusioned, someone is dishonest, something within your midst is not good for you, Sagittarius, and it is time to let it go. Once you let it go, you have the Emperor. Step up. Now, the Emperor is also a very non-emotional character in the tarot. He is very masculine and he works from the place of mind, the intellectual place. He does not work from the heart. So perhaps in order to eliminate these 2 5 of Swords that you have in your reading, yes, 2 5 of Swords in your reading, both indicating something icky going on there, in order to walk away from that aspect of either yourself or others. You're being called towards using the intellectual mind, using that masculine side, being very black and white. Okay. You were dishonest with me. We're done. Okay. I wasn't being honest with myself. I'm going to be brutally honest with myself about why I'm where I am. And you have the Lovers in your unexpected. Ooh. So for those of you who are single, Sagittarius, this may indicate that your new special someone is coming in before the end of January. For those of you who are currently in committed relationships and not seeking, this may indicate that if you are not yet married, there may be a proposal coming. Or it could indicate that there is just a shift in the dynamic of your relationship into something more positive and more beautiful. And for those of you who are single and not seeking at all, this card may indicate that there is a new partner coming in for you, not necessarily a romantic partner, but perhaps a new mentor or perhaps a new business partner. Some type of partnership is coming up for you in your unexpected. Let's move into your outcome. General overall outcome for Sagittarius, and then we're going to move into your yes/no question or questions. 8 of Wands. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Sagittarius, I feel the necessity to do this. 2024 is an 8 year. If you add up the numbers 2024, you come up with the number 8. If you turn number 8 on its side, it becomes the infinity symbol. It becomes the symbol of prosperity and all good things. And here you have the 8 of Wands, you have the 8 of the Major Arcana, the Strength card, and you have the Page of Swords. Beautiful cards for closing off your reading. So as we close off your reading, 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is like a celebratory card. It's a card of a whole bunch of things coming together at the right moment, creating a spark and creating something new, beautiful. It's about new creation. You have the 8 of the Major Arcana, which is the Strength card, and you will notice up here on her arm, if I can point at the right spot, she does have the infinity symbol, the 8 turned sideways, tattooed upon her arm. This is the card reminding you, Sagittarius, that you are more powerful than you ever imagined. You have a strength within you that is beyond compare. But through your upbringing, through societal beliefs, through institutional beliefs, whatever, you may knock down a couple of pegs. This card is reminding you, climb back up, because there are good, amazing things coming to you. And finally, you have the Page of Swords coming in. The Page of Swords is curious and enthusiastic and ready to go out and take the world by storm. Beautiful outcome for your reading. From accountability, learning to take responsibility for your life, to too many opportunities, to journeying within, to new relationships, and a whole lot of new opportunities. What a beautiful reading, Sagittarius. Okay. Bring your question to mind, your yes/no question that you would like to have an answer to. Just going to shuffle the cards a little bit. You may wish to close your eyes. Ask your question several times quietly in your mind. I'm going to shuffle up the cards. Could we please have a card for Sagittarius? We do have a card that has jumped out. I do not know what it is. It is face down. 1, 2, 3. Sagittarius, no need to worry is your response. No need to worry. Okay. Thank you very much for being here. If this video resonated and this reading resonated for you, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, and allow me the honor of doing your next reading for you at the beginning of February. Also, if this reading resonated deeply and you would like a personalized reading with me, all of my contact details are down below. Thank you so much.